They're good. I don't really feel anything right now. I'm kind of coming off the adrenaline high, and so definitely didn't feel anything for that at bat. And but no, in all seriousness, they're good, and Mendy wouldn't have put me in if I didn't tell him that, like, hey, I'm good to go today if you need me. So I'm really happy that everything worked out well today, the tests and everything, so that this moment could happen.
How much did you have to sort of negotiate with him and insist that, like, you were okay? He said he saw you working in the cages and everything. You passed every test,
right.
But how much did you have to try and talk him?
That was it, pretty much. Like his initial was not using me today, and then I said, well, come watch me hit. And he came and watched me hit, and he goes, okay, you look like you're moving pretty well. And I was like, I feel good. So if you let's have a conversation. So we went and talked with the trainer Joe, and he said, hey, later in the game, what do you think? And I said, if you need me, let's do it. And so he said, okay, I'm gonna trust you. And Joe and I have enough of a history where he knows that he can trust me on those things, and so Mendy said, all right, let's see, and so he came up to me in those later innings and said, all right, let's do it, like, you're going in next inning. So I was trying to be prepared, trying to keep the core warm and just keep it going so that I could be prepared for if they needed me, and it ended up being a really cool moment.
From the time you the track, did that test it?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because you're like moving back and twisting, so yeah, it did, and it felt good. So that was a great first test. Like, hey, get it out of the way right away. But no, it felt good during that, and like I said, I wouldn't have gone out there if I didn't feel like like we were good to go.
From the time you came out of the game yesterday until, I guess, getting to the ballpark today, or even until you went in, how intensive was sort of the treatment you got? What was?
Yeah, a lot of it was recovery, just trying to focus on the recovery of it, because, like I said last night, like 24 hours in baseball is a lot, and you're able to do modalities, whether it's laser, thermostem, ice, obviously, and then we have a lot of other modalities in the training room, but doing all of them to try and promote recovery and healing. And then after that point, when I got to the park, it was more so the strength tests, and then hitting was the last thing. So once I passed all those tests and then was able to hit, it was kind of like, then Mendy and I and Joe had the conversation of, he said, I'm going to keep the lineup the same, but, if I need you later, let's do it. So, yeah, really glad that we made that decision.
So is Joe in the cage too while you're hitting? So.
Yeah, Joe watched and approved everything, and everybody did. The hitting coaches came in, made sure everything looks the way that it's supposed to, and everything checked out.
How much did you feel that you guys needed this one after the last couple days?
No, definitely. Obviously, Braves are a great team, and we know that. But if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best, and so. That's something that we were trying to do today. Really come to the park ready to go, ready to win, like we do every day. But there's a lot of emphasis on not getting swept. And so we want to win every single day. But today was really special, and obviously able to kind of come from behind there at the end is makes it even better.
It's obviously such a unique situation for you to step in for your first at bat in the ninth inning, and then obviously with the injury, what's kind of going through your mind during that at bat? Yeah,
fortunately I did have some experience to pull on from early in my career, and so just tried to pull on some of that experience of how I used to get ready for pinch hits and get ready for games earlier in my career, and later in the game. But just basically. You're trying to remain ready and be thinking ahead so that you're not surprised for the situation. But then once you're in the game, it's just like any other game. You're just trying to be prepared for, all right, who's warming up in the bullpen? How has he pitched me in the past? You're just trying to look at all that stuff, all that analytical stuff, and the game dictating how you're going to be pitched and what you're going to get and all that stuff. But anyways. I did have some experience from early on in the career to prepare for it.
You got to throw those beer hugs at the end.
Yeah. That, you know,
seemed like the most dangerous part of the whole night.
Yeah. You know, Joe was squeezing on my ribs a lot, you know, early on and testing that, so I knew it would be okay. But I did. I got a lot of bear hugs, and you know, if we weren't sure enough that it was okay, we are now, because Francisco just about sucked the air out of me when he hugged me. So no, it was a beautiful thing, and I would do it all over again.
What runs through your mind or your body when that ball goes over the wall?
Pure adrenaline. I just, you know, elation. I mean, just a lot of hard work has gone into getting to the point that I'm at now. It's been a long road since the beginning. Minter has done really, really well against me in the past. And you know, I've been able to get him the last 2 times that we faced each other, and I'm telling you, like, for 5 years there, he had my number. So it's nice to be able to do it against such an elite pitcher. And then, you know, like I said, just pure elation and excitement, and you're out of your mind. The adrenaline is, you know, just making the hair on the back of your neck stand up, and you're just so happy that you were able to come through for your team in a situation when they really needed you to.
Brandon, overall, you've done well against left-handed pitching this year. Some really high-level left-handers.
Yeah.
Is that something you kind of worked on in the offseason to kind of get better at?
Not this offseason, no. I mean, I've just been getting better every year at left-handers. You know, I've been working on it. I mean, I guess you could say, yes, I continue to work on it, but it wasn't like a highlight of mine this offseason. It was just continue growing, continue doing what you're doing because it's working. And so I'm just trying to continue to get exposure against lefties and, you know, continue to get better each year, but just build on what I've been doing as far as routine and swing path and just cleaning everything up. It's really helped in my success against lefties.
I think everything was good. You know, got in a little trouble in the first inning. And then, you know, just the last inning there, you know, walked to leadoff guy and then on base hit. I think my lead was really short in that inning there.
Coming off the 6 walks, I mean, did the command feel a bit better tonight?
Yeah, 100%. Feel better, but still, I think there is some room to improve. You know, there are some, you know, hitters that, you know, that short came for Riley. There's a guy who hasn't swing the bat all game, and then I go and walk in, thinking I had to be more aggressive with those kind of hitters.
To not have your best stuff against this lineup that's still pitch 5+ innings, do you take something from that?
Yeah, of course. I mean, every time you face somebody, you know, a team like this, you know, and limited to a couple runs, you know, get the opportunity to a team to win, I think it's huge. Yeah, I feel very good and feel, you know, a little bit more confidence about myself.
All right.